Welcome back, comrades. This is Gaming with Austin. And today, let's check this episode. We are on episode 120 of Season 2 of the Utopian Community series. And today, this episode, we're gonna widen this so-called catwalk. Help hasten the process. In the long run. In my opinion, I think it's a really good idea to do something like this. Because ultimately it's gonna help me in the long run. It's gonna help me in the long run. I know this may be something that'll look... I know it looks kind of like a radiator. It kind of does look like a radiator. As it begins to take its shape. this is beginning to look more like a radiator. What if there was a material that had a high thermal conductivity, high tensile strength, and low electrical conductivity? That is also affordable. Diamonds are a lot more abundant than you might think, but they're trying to keep it away to protect the value of it. When it goes to monetary value, the more proletarians there are, the greater the value of the dollar becomes. The more proletarians we have. If the entire workforce was proletarian, then the value of the dollar would be infinite, which would mean everything would become free as a result of it. And I was putting lighting in that flight of stairs right there. It started off looking somewhat like a cage, but then it's beginning to look more like a radiator. And that massive radiator, which is what I like to call it, is gonna eventually look more like a heat sink. Look at this. Progress is being made. Slowly. With that radiator, becomes a heat sink. One of the factors behind why people are getting so offended by everything now is that the Republicans are leaning further into the right wing, to where Hitler is. The rise of the so-called snowflakes started in the period of slavery, in which slave owners called the slaves the N-word. One thing that should happen if we want to stop gerrymandering is we should abolish the Electoral College. And there are people out there. One example of a far-right extremist is a carnist. Those who believe that eating meat is a must in order to survive. Those who believe that slavery and greed are both part of human nature along with racism. That is far right. That is basically in the far right. Those who believe that not only eating meat is required for survival, they believe that, and they also believe that greed, slavery, and racism are human nature. They'd probably lean towards the far right. We'll lean them further into the right wing. If They believe that a social hierarchy is necessary. And if they also believe that eating meat raw meat has more nutrients than cooked meat, they'd be further into the right. Eating raw meat's kind of disgusting. Sverrier's diet, yes, with the 3 on in place of the first E, his diet's really disgusting. His diet's really disgusting. I wouldn't want to do a carnivore diet if I were you, because it's really disgusting. Plus, you might get sick. The carnivore diet can clog your arteries. What will the Second American Civil War be like? It would be an uprising between the workers and the capitalist class. The ones who bust their ass, and the ones who rule over them with an iron fist. Another part of the conflict would be vegans versus carnists. It'd be vegans versus carnists too. The carnists would lean towards the capitalist class, whilst the vegans... We all deserve equal opportunity. We should all have equal pay, eventually. Eating a diet of nothing but raw meat's kind of disgusting. Along with raw milk and raw eggs. Ugh! That's kind of disgusting. Like, when it goes to income, we should all share common ground on everything. We should all share common ground on everything. Like the rich, they should use their money to get everybody out of debt. Excuse me. That's putting money to good use. For the collective. You know, between predator and prey, like between a cat and a mouse or a cat and a rat, the cat's life will always be more important because they're in fact obligate carnivores. Meaning they need meat or else they will die. They need raw meat. Not cooked meat, raw. Because their wild ancestors didn't cook meat. Nor could they metabolize cooked meat pretty well. They straight up ate it raw. Because that is what their teeth are designed for. Carrying raw meat from the bone is what their teeth are for. If I had a cat, I'd be feeding my cat raw meat. Eating raw meat's kind of disgusting. Three, 4. If I were you, I wouldn't want to eat raw meat. But you know, cats are obligate carnivores, so they have no say in the matter when it goes to their diet. 2. 3. 4. 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. Nevada cat. 5. If I had a cat, I'd feed the cat raw meat. It's fine. 3, 4, 5. Eins, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And if I went to school, back to school, and they started serving veggie burgers, 4, I'd be pretty happy. If they are vegan. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And then Dead Rising 3, one of the psychopaths that represents gluttony probably has Prader-Willi syndrome. 3. Because of her insatiable appetite. 4. 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. Five. This should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. Share this with your comrades on social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for more. As always, thank you for watching, stay tuned for more, and peace out.